In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use the if function in Google Sheets, step by step, from start to finish. Whether you're just opening Google Sheets for the first time, or you're looking to polish your skills, I'll walk you through my personal process for getting the best results with this incredibly powerful tool. The if function allows Google Sheets to make decisions automatically based on rules you set, transforming a static spreadsheet into a dynamic tool that practically thinks for itself. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. So what exactly is the if function, and why should you care about it? At its core, the if function evaluates a specific condition to see if it is true or false, then instantly returns one of two preset results depending on that outcome. Think of it like a fork in the road. If the condition you check is met, the spreadsheet goes down one path and gives you one answer. If it's not met, it takes the other path and gives you a different answer. This automation saves massive amounts of time by handling tasks like flagging overdue tasks, categorizing project statuses, or calculating tiered bonuses instantly without manual checking. Ultimately, it reduces human error and builds the logical foundation you need to create complex, automated workflows and smart dashboards. Once you master this single function, you unlock the door to everything from nested ifs to combining it with AND, Oregon, and VLOOKUP. Let's walk through the process step by step, and I promise you'll have it working in just a few minutes. First, open your spreadsheet in Google Sheets. It doesn't matter if you're starting from a blank sheet or you have an existing dataset. The if function works the same way in both scenarios. Just make sure you know which cell you want your result to appear in, because that's your starting point. Now, click on that cell where you want the result to appear. This is the cell that will display either the true or false outcome based on your condition. For example, if you're checking whether a sale amount is over a certain threshold, this cell will tell you yes or no automatically. Next, you'll type an equal sign followed by if and an open parenthesis, so it looks like this, $if. The equal sign tells Google Sheets you're about to input a formula, and the word if initializes the function. You'll notice as you type, a small helper box appears that shows you the syntax. It's a handy reminder of what arguments you need to provide. Don't worry if it looks a little intimidating at first. We're going to break down each part one by one. Now, input your logical condition, followed by a comma. The logical condition is the test you want Google Sheets to evaluate. It's the if part of the equation. For instance, you might type A2 greater than 100, or B2 equals complete, or C2 less than or equal to today's date. You can compare numbers, text, dates, or even references to other cells. Just be careful with text, it has to be in quotation marks, like paid or overdue. Also, make sure you use the correct comparison operators. Greater than is the greater than sign, less than is the less than sign, equals is two equal signs, not one, and so on. A common pitfall here is forgetting the comma after the condition. Without it, the function doesn't know where the condition ends and the results begin. After your logical condition and comma, type your desired text or number for a true result, followed by another comma. This is the value that will appear in your cell if the condition you set is true. If you want it to say yes, type yes in quotation marks. If you want it to show a number, like 100, you can type that directly without quotes. If you want it to reference another cell, like C2, just type the cell reference. The key here is that if you're using text, always enclose it in double quotes, or your formula will throw an error. Then, type another comma to move to the next argument. Now, type your desired text or number for a false result. This is what shows up if your condition isn't met. For example, if your condition is checking if a value is over 100, you might put above threshold for true and below threshold for false. You have complete control here. Use any text, number, or cell reference you like. Just be consistent with your quotation marks for text. Finally, close the parentheses and press enter. Your formula should look something like this. Equal sign if A2 100, above threshold, below threshold. Once you hit enter, the result instantly appears in the cell. If you see an error like #n/a or #value, double check your quotation marks, commas, and your logical condition syntax. One of the most common mistakes beginners make is mixing up the order of the true and false results. Remember, true comes first, then false. If you accidentally swap them, your spreadsheet will give you the opposite of what you intend, which can silently break your data. A good habit is to test your if function on a single cell where you know the answer before dragging it down to hundreds of rows. You've now successfully built your first IF function in Google Sheets. This simple but powerful tool lets you automate decisions, reduce manual checking, and build smarter spreadsheets that work for you. As a next step, try nesting multiple IF functions together to handle more than 2 possible outcomes, or combine IF with AND or OR to check multiple conditions at once. If you need to revisit any part of this process, feel free to rewatch this section or save the video for later. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.